Welcome to More Math. Woo! I'm Miss Moore, and I am here to help you with your math homework. No matter what topic it is, every Tuesday I am here from 7:30 to about 9, depending on how many guests we have. I am here to help you with your math homework. So tonight I'm going to start off with some topics that were sent in, and then I believe we have a guest joining us later on, so we'll take it from there. All right, so I got a lot of questions about perimeter and area. A lot of people needed help with long division as well as adding fractions, all the fractions, okay? So make sure that you stay tuned. And if you, as you're watching, have any math topics that you want me to go over, put them in the comments. And also, if you're on YouTube, definitely put them in the comments so I can see it, okay? So here we go. All right. So let's start with perimeter. So let's do perimeter of a triangle. All right. So let's say we have 6, we have 3, and we have 5. Obviously, this is not drawn to scale. All right. So, and they are measured in centimeters. How do we find the perimeter? Okay. So perimeter means outside of the shape. Okay. So it's everything outside of the shape. We're going to add everything outside the shape together. Okay. Area, if we're talking about area, that's the inside of the shape. Okay. But perimeter is just outside the shape. We keep it simple. So if one side is 6 and another side is 3 and another side is 5, we just add them together to get the perimeter. So 6 plus 3 is 9, and 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay. So that would be the perimeter. And then what are the units? The units would be centimeters. So it would be 14 centimeters. Okay. Let's do another one. And it's the same thing for any shape. So watch this. If we did a hexagon, 6 sides. Okay. And all 6 sides were the same. Let's say they were 5 centimeters. Okay. We would add, you can add 5 6 times, right? Because they're all 5. All of these sides are 5 centimeters. And so we're adding all the sides, right? So you can add it 5 times, obviously, or you can just multiply by 6 since they're all the same size. All right, it looks like our guest is here, so I'm excited. So 5 times 6 is 30, and it would be 30 centimeters, okay? So that would be perimeter. All right, so I'm going to quickly take a 30-second break to check in on my guest, and we will be right back. All right, we are back, and here is my guest. Uh-oh, I did not mean to put that on the screen. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to bring up my guest. Here he is. Hello, guest. You got to unmute your mic.
Hi.
Hi. Let me turn up there we go. Okay, so tonight you wanted to go over translations and reflections. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what you do know, and then I also want you to tell me where you're getting stuck. So let's start with, go ahead.
The reflections part.
The reflections? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that usually trips students up. Now, what are you reflecting? Are you reflecting a point? Oh, hold on. When you're moving like that, it's giving a lot of noise in the background, okay? So are you reflecting a point, or are you reflecting like a triangle or a shape or something? What is it?
A shape.
Okay, a shape. Okay, so like a triangle? Is
Yeah.
that usually it? Okay, so let me put on the graph paper here. It's fancy. Okay, and then there we go. All right, so I have my graph paper ready. And do you have your like homework right in front of you, or a paper with like an example problem?
I could get one.
Okay. Well, let me just give you one and I'll see what you know. It's fine. Okay. So we have our X, we have our Y. Okay, so let's say we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. And let's do the Y's. All right. And y'all don't laugh at my graph. I'm doing my best. Okay. So let's say we have a triangle. All right, this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. Okay. So let me connect them. All right. So this is point A, B, and C. And they want you to reflect it over the x-axis. So we'll start with the x-axis and then we'll do the y-axis, okay? All right. So tell me how you would get started if we were reflecting means like a mirror version, right? So if I'm looking at the mirror, it just flips, right? Think about your camera. If you've ever taken a video of yourself and the words look flipped, that's just a reflection, okay?
Okay.
So we're just gonna flip the shape.
Okay.
So tell me what you do know. How would you normally reflect it over the x-axis?
We'd like find the coordinates.
Yeah. So would your new coordinates, let's start here. Would your new coordinates be in, so here's quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So would your new coordinates, which quadrant would your new coordinates be in if you're reflecting over the x-axis?
4.
Good. Okay. So good. You did know that, right? So check, we know that. It's supposed to be in 4. Okay, so here's our x-axis right here. And if this is our mirror, right on the other side of this is our reflection. All right, so let's start with A. What is point A? What's my coordinate?
2, 2.
Good. Okay. What about B? What's my coordinate?
4, 3.
4, 3. For B, wait a minute. So B is right here. What's your X? What's
3.
your X? Good. So 3 what?
4.
Good. 3, 4. Excellent. And C?
4, 3.
Good. 4, 3. Excellent. Okay. So now, when I reflect it over the x-axis, what changes? So A, you said it's over here, right? In quadrant 4. Okay. So what's going to happen with A?
It's going to become negative
Negative what?
2.
Okay, what's negative 2? X or Y?
X.
Okay, so if X is negative 2, what's Y?
2.
Okay, so negative 2, 2, watch this. Negative 2, 2 would be right here. Is that reflecting over the x-axis?
No.
No, right? So now if we said y-axis, absolutely. That would have been the correct answer. So now what about the x-axis? So how far? Okay, so let's start here. Okay, so is this where you usually get stuck?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let's do it. So if we start at the x-axis right here, okay, how far do I go up to get to A?
Twice.
2 times, right? So if I move 2 times up, how far do I have to move down to be a reflection?
Twice.
Yeah, the same amount, right? So if this is the mirror and I'm this far away from the mirror, right? My reflection should be that far away on the other side, okay? So we're going to go down 2 spaces. 1, 2, and here we are. Okay, this is our new A. I'm just going to move that so I don't confuse you later. Okay, so we're now 2 spaces away, and this is A. What are our coordinates?
2, -2.
Excellent. 2, -2. All right, what about B?
4, 4, -3.
Okay, 4, -3 for B. Okay,
Yeah.
remember this is B right here. So is it lined up? Remember, it had to be the same amount of spaces away from the x-axis. So is that B? So let's start again. Let's start for B again. So if I go from the x-axis right here, how far do I have to go up to get to B?
4 times.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now do I go to the right to get my reflection? Or do I go down for my reflection of B?
Down.
Down. Okay, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do I end up?
-4.
-4. Okay, and what's my hold on. Let me move this. What's my okay, there we go. Okay. What is my coordinate for B, for this new B?
3.
Okay, 3 what?
-4.
Good. So our new B is 3, -4. Excellent. And what about C? Where's our new C?
4, -3.
4, -3. Okay. And how did you get that? What did you do?
Go down 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to connect the dots and hope it looks that they made it look prettier. Okay. And you said 4, -3. Let me write that down. Okay. Now here's what I want you to notice. I wrote it a little bit sloppy, so I'm going to write it again so that it's neater. Okay. Number one, let's look at the picture. When you look at this picture, doesn't it look like it was reflected?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to write down the coordinates again. And I want you to tell me if you notice a difference, if you notice a pattern. So for the blue, A was 2, 2. The new A was 2, -2. What do you notice about them? What's the difference between the old A and the new A?
One of them is negative.
Okay, which one?
Y.
Okay, so the X stayed the same, the Y became negative. All right, let's try B. So for B, we have 3, 4, and the new B was, you told me, 3, -4. What changed?
The Y is negative.
Okay, the Y is negative. You see a pattern?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think is going to happen with C?
It's Y is going to be negative.
Yep. So when we change to that new C, it became 4, -3, right? The Y became negative. So to go from when we reflect over the x-axis, when you reflect over the x-axis, your Y becomes negative. You see that?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen when we reflect over the y-axis? Let's make a prediction. What would happen if we reflect over the y-axis?
The X would become negative.
Excellent. Okay, the y would stay the same and the x would become negative. That was great. Okay, so let's see if that's true. All right, let's get rid of all of this. And let's do it again. Okay, so I'm going to give you a figure. And I want you, all right, I don't know where it went. Okay, I want you to tell me, oh my goodness. My thing is going crazy. All right, let's try it again. I want you to tell me, show me the reflection over the y-axis, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do you have like a like graph paper or anything with you, or at least a pen and paper?
I'll need to go get graph paper.
Okay, go run and get it while I set this up.
Okay.
Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have our y-axis, our x-axis. Okay. What shape should we do? Hey guys. All right, we can do another triangle. That's fine. All right, and we're going to reflect over the y-axis. So x-axis is going to be x -y, y-axis -x, y. Okay. So that is our little reminder right there. Okay. Now, let's put it in a different spot. 1, 2.
I'm back.
Oops. All right. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, we can do this. Make it a right triangle. Okay, and then we have A, B, and C. Okay, so when you're ready, I want you to reflect this over the y-axis, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna pull it down just a little bit so we can get that 5 in there. Okay, there we go. And you tell me when you're ready, okay?
Okay.
Okay, tell me how's it going? Are you stuck at any point?
No.
Okay. All right, let me know when you're done.
I finished.
All right, so tell me where your new A is.
1, -2.
1, -2, so down here.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And then B is 3 negative 2.
Okay.
And then C is 1 negative. 3 negative 5.
Okay. So real quick, now is this reflected over the x-axis or the y-axis?
X.
Okay, so I asked you to do the y-axis, okay? So
Oh,
if it was the x, that would be perfect. That was absolutely great. Your reflection of the x-axis was good, okay? So I want you to try again, but this time do the y-axis, okay? But
okay.
that was good, right? You saw with the x-axis that the y's would be negative, right?
Yeah.
And that was good. Okay, so now I want you to do the y-axis, okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
I finished.
All right, so tell me where you are now. And I love that it was so fast. So that's good.
A was negative 1 2.
Negative 1, 2. Mm-hmm.
B was negative 3 2.
3,
And
2. Uh-huh.
C was negative 3 5.
Excellent. That was great. Okay. And look, I love when it's the oh, sorry, I made it ugly. Sorry, hold on. I'm about to say, isn't that a nice reflection? No, it's more you can't draw. There we go. Okay. Doesn't that look like a nice reflection? Like that y-axis is the mirror and then it's like flipped, right?
Yeah.
So pretty. I love it. Okay. So how is that feeling? Reflections. Do you feel better about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now with what you've learned, are you just flipping over the y-axis and over the x-axis?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Do you understand translations?
Kind of.
Okay. So tell me if I say translate this. So let me erase what we have right here. And I say translate this original figure 2 spaces to the right. Where would it be? Oops, sorry. There we go. So I want you to translate this figure 2 spaces to the right. And I have someone that asks this important question. How do you know the difference between like a translation and a reflection? So we're going to talk about that a little bit right after this. But if I say translate, oops, sorry. If I say translate this 2 spaces to the right, where would A be?
3 5.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, I erased some stuff. I'm sorry. Let me go.
3 2.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can click every. Okay. There
4
we
2.
go.
4 2.
Okay. So you said 4 2,
3 2.
3 2 would be
Yeah.
A, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where would B go?
5 2.
Okay. And where would C be?
5 5.
Okay. So how did you get that? How did you know if you were translating it 2 spaces to the right, it would look like that? Oops. That you would need to move 2 spaces that way. How come not up or down or whatever?
Because it was on
It's not a trick question because I said which way.
right.
Yeah, I said right. That was it. Okay. Now, if I said X plus, have they done this with you? X plus 3 y minus 2, like first translation?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I want you to give me that translation for this line. I mean, for this figure. Okay. So here's A, B, and C. So here's your translation. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. And when you're ready, I want you to tell me where A, B, and C should go, okay?
Okay. I'm done.
All right, so tell me where A is.
It is 4 0.
Okay, 4, 0. Good. Okay, so we went 3 to the right and 2 down. Good. Next.
B is 6 0.
2 down. Yep. Good.
And then C is 6 3.
Okay. 3 to the right, 2 down. That is correct. Nice job. So here's A, B, and C. So you feel pretty good about translations, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if they have they asked you to identify, like they show you a figure like this, two different things, right? And they say, what transformation is this? Is this a translation or is this a reflection? What would you say? Or do you have trouble saying like, oh, this is a reflection, or, oh, this is a translation? Do you have trouble with that?
No.
Say it again.
No.
Oh no. Okay, so but they asked you that before, or
Yeah.
they have asked you and you're fine with saying like, oh, this translation, this is a reflection?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, it looks like you're really good with translation. You were a little shaky with reflection, but now it seems like you got it, right? Once you realize the pattern of, okay, if I reflect over the x-axis, is going to be a negative y. If I reflect over the y-axis, is going to be a negative 8. And you did that y-axis with ease, with no problems at all. So that was great. How you feel about it?
Good.
You feel good? All right. Great job tonight. All right. So you can sign off. You are good to go.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm getting lots of requests on TikTok. So I'll come back with some more math. Here we go. Here we go. All right, and we are back for more math. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so right now we're going to turn our attention to multiplying fractions. So let me share my screen. And I have an audience on TikTok. So let me see if I can, how do I do this? Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see my screen. Okay, so I'll try my best. But for those who want, so I had a lot of requests for multiplying fractions. So that's what we're going to go over right now. So with multiplying fractions, let's see. Let's do 2/3. I'll see that times 1/4. 2/3 times 1/4. I think that's backwards for you guys. All right, hold on, guys. Let me just turn the camera just a little bit. How do I do that, y'all? Flip camera. Okay, so hold on. Sorry, I got the ring light in your faces. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, so if y'all want to join me and see the screen, just come on YouTube, okay? Because it's going to be hard for me to set this camera up. So if you want to see the behind the scenes, then stay here on TikTok. But if you want to see, oh, you're so sweet. But if you want to see me, what's on my screen, especially for those who ask for multiplying fractions, come over on YouTube for me, okay? So here we go. 2/3 times 1/4. Now, out of all the addition and subtraction are probably the hardest for students to get, right? When it comes to adding and subtracting fractions. Dividing, you got to remember, keep, change, flip, and then it's just easier. Multiplication, I will tell you, it actually is the easiest out of all of them. We just make it difficult on ourselves because the reason why it's hard is because it's just another rule to remember. So what makes fractions hard is just the fact that there's like 50 million rules that you have to keep track of, okay? So that's really what makes fractions hard, that you have like 50 gazillion rules, right? So let's just make it easy, right? So for multiplying fractions, we just multiply straight across. That's it. So you're going to do 2 times 1. And I'm sorry, so I'm a middle school teacher, so we don't use X for multiplication anymore. But so if you see me use a dot, that's just multiplication because I forget sometimes. All right, so 2 times 1 is 2, and 3 times 4 is 12. And you did it. You just multiply fractions. Now, if you want to reduce it, that's fine. Okay, again, those on TikTok, remember, if you want to see what I'm doing, it's better if you just come on YouTube to really watch it, okay? Thank you, law-abiding citizen. All right, so here we go. Let's do another one. And obviously, we can simplify it, but right now, we're just getting the basics of multiplying. All right, let's do it again. 3/4 times 5/6. Again, we're just going to keep it simple. That's it. Multiply straight across. Here are my numerators. I'm going to do 3 times 5. And 3 times 5, what do you got? Tell me in the comments. 3 times 5 is, I'll wait for you guys. What's 3 times 5? There we go. I see it. I see it. I see it. Good. 15. And 4 times 6 is, what you get? What's 4 times 6? So we're just keeping it simple, okay? Multiply your numerator straight across. Multiply your denominator straight across. And you are good. Good. Excellent, guys. I see you, Gianna and Brenda. 24. Okay? Can we simplify this? Absolutely. But right now we're just focusing on, boom, Yes, good job, Jaquan. We're just focusing on just multiplying straight across, just the basics, okay? Let's try another one because you guys are doing great. Okay, 4/5 times 7. What did I do before? Let's do 7/9. 4/5 times 7/9. Again, straight across. So this is the only one for fractions where you don't really have to think about it. How your mind would process this is exactly how you would do it. Okay, you would just multiply straight across. You're good to go. All right. So what's 4 times 7? I see you, Jaquan. Good. Okay, so we're going to do the numerators and the denominator. So I want everybody to tell me your answer. So 4/5 times 7/9. So 4/5 times 7/9. Tell me what you get in the comments. You guys are doing great. Triple N, I see you. Good job. Gianna, Brenda. Good job, Gianna. Levi. Awesome. Okay. And what are you guys getting here? Nice. All right. So 28/45. Okay. So we get 28/45. Now, for those who requested multiplying fractions, let me know in the chat if you want me to do simplifying this, right? Because I can't remember the other one. 15/24, right? We could simplify that. So let me know if you also want me to go over simplifying. But multiplying, it's just that. We're just going to multiply straight across, and that's it. Okay, so I know it seems hard because you have to keep track of the addition, you have to keep track of subtraction, and then there's subtraction with regrouping, and then there's turning into improper fractions. So there's a lot. Like when you get to fractions in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, it turns to negative and positive. Like you just it's never ending with fractions. But it's like your brain is going to explode because there's so much to keep track of. It's so much. It really is. So for those who struggle, know you are not alone. Okay. Like I said before, I struggled when I was in elementary school. I struggled as a math teacher. I struggled with fractions. It is one of those concepts that are just really hard for students to grasp. Okay. So ask all my students, as soon as they see a fraction, they're like, oh my gosh. It's just one of those topics, okay? All right. So let me see. So, okay, yes, please go over it. I'm in 5th grade. I'm learning it right now, and I understand it so much better. Okay, good, Gianna. I'm glad you're understanding it now. All right, so let's do that. 15, and we're going to do solving linear equations too, guys, so don't worry. All right, so we have 15/24. And we're going to simplify this. So the way we do this is to just say, okay, so I want you to tell me, Gianna, I want you to tell me, give me some numbers that when I multiply them together, I get 15. Just give me all the numbers you can think of that when I multiply them together, I get 15. And then who else is here? Gianna. No, I'm sorry. I already did Gianna. Ashley, I want you to tell me all the numbers when you multiply them together, you get 24. Okay. So give me like pairs of numbers that when you multiply together, you get 24. And Gianna, give me pairs of numbers that when you multiply them together, you're going to get 15. So 5 is one of them. Good job. 5 times what is 15? Nice job, TikTok. I see y'all. Yeah, you can do the family tree. I know some people do like a little, I forgot what they call them, rainbow type thing, where you put the 15 in the center, and then you put like, let me see if she gets it. Got 3 and 5. You can absolutely do a family tree. Okay, so we have 5 times 3, and then is Ashley still here? I don't know. She's still here. All right. So we have 5 times 3 for 15, 1 and 15. We have 3 times 8. We have 4 times 6, and yada, yada, yada. What number do they both have in common? So what number do they both have in common? What number? Okay. Good. There's a 3. Okay, so they both have a 3 in common. So that means that 3 can go into both of these numbers. And that's what we're doing when we're simplifying. We're saying, what's the biggest number that can go into both of these numbers? Okay, so 15 divided by 3 is 5. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And just like Sheedoff said, it is 5/8. Hey, girl, hey. All right, so nice, guys. Let's do one more simplifying, and then we're going to move to algebraic expressions. I keep saying it. Algebraic equations. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so I want you guys to do 18 over, not 18, sorry. Let's do a different one. 5 over 20. All right. So I want you guys to simplify it. Think of the biggest number that can go into both of those. Give me the biggest number that can go into 5 and 20. It has to be the same number that can go into 5 and 20. So go ahead and tell me what it is. And tell me your final answer. So you can put the number. Good job, Gianna. Tell me the biggest number that can go into 5 and 20. Okay. Good. I see 5 from Gianna, 5 from Jaquan. I see 5 from a lot of people on TikTok. So let's go with 5. So we divide by 5 and tell me your final answer. Again, you're just going to go straight across. 5 divided by 5, put your answer in the numerator. 20 divided by 5, put your answer in the denominator. And to show your fractions, guys, if you've never written a fraction before, just put the slash sign. So it looks like this. Instead of, it doesn't let you do like a straight line like that. Put a slash like that. Look like Jaquan. Just put, yes, right there. Good. Nice, Dannon. Okay, I'm going to do that user row. I tried to say your name right. Hi, Olivia. Oh, he's learning. I love that. Let me just show that. We are learning. Sun says, oh, it's so easy now. Yes, I love that. And this is why we go live, because I'm not just helping you, right? If I did private tutoring, I would help one person. But by going live, I'm helping several people. And as you guys saw, a lot of you came over from TikTok. So many people wanted multiplying fractions. So I didn't just help you, that one person, we helped everybody who needed multiplying fractions. So that's the point of me going live with you. And then on YouTube, right, it records it. So then you can come back to this and watch it. So let's say you have a test on Friday, it's Tuesday right now, and the test is on multiplying fractions. Well, Thursday night, you can come back to this video and do some problems on multiplying fractions just to refresh your memory. So that's why we do this homework help thing, okay? All right. So what was your final answer? I want to hear from Gianna, and who else asked me for this? Whoever else was struggling with this, I want to see your final answer, okay? But I'm so glad you guys are getting it. So remember, multiplying fractions, it just straight across. However, like your mind would be like, okay, I just go straight across. That is exactly what you do, okay? Almost Gianna. So Gianna, oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. So yes, I can, Andrew. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. 1/4. Clap, clap, clap. You guys did awesome. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So we're about to do not dividing. We're about to do multi-step equations. Stay tuned. Give me about 30 seconds. And we will be back. So multi-step equations, that's where we're going. Okay. So we are back, and we're going to do multi-step equations. First, I'm going to start with two-step just to make sure anything divided by 1 is solved. What are y'all doing right now? Because she said it. Okay. So anything, let's start with two-step, and then I'll see, because I believe you said both. You wanted two-step and you wanted multi-step. So let's start with two-step equations. All right. So we have 2x plus 5 equals 9. Okay. 2x plus 5 equals 9. All right. So here's what I teach my students, especially this year. Okay. So I just realized I wasn't showing you my screen. So here's my board. All right. So this is the Covet zone. Okay. X has COVID. Now we want to remove him away from everybody. So we want to move everybody away from him so that he's quarantined, and we want to move 2 and 5 into the safe zone. Okay. So almost, Andrew, we're not going to subtract 2 from both sides. Okay. So how do we get rid of, so first things first, what operations do you see? So when I say operations, I mean multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, right? So the first thing I see, and here's something that helps my students. The first thing I see is multiplication. And I also see addition. Okay. What comes first in the order of operation? Think PEMDAS. What normally comes first? Multiplication. All right. So what are we multiplying x by? 2. See it? So I'm multiplying x by 2, and then I add 5 to x. So this is just what we're doing to x, right? This is what's happening to x when we just look at the problem. Now I have to undo all of that so I can remove that 2 and 5 away from X. Okay, I got to move them into the safe zone. X needs to be quarantined. Okay, so the last thing we did is the first thing we're going to start with. We're going to work backwards. So instead of plus 5, we're going to do what? The opposite. So to get rid of plus 5, we're going to minus 5. And to get rid of times 2, we're going to divide by 2. And this is called the two-step equations. Why? Because it takes 2 steps to solve it. And here are your 2 steps right there. Okay, so again, the first thing we did was look at this and we said, okay, we have multiplication, that X is times 2 plus 5. Now I'm going to work backwards. I'm going to get rid of the 5. So let's do it. Subtract 5 on both sides. Whatever we do to the left, we have to do to the right to keep it balanced. Plus 5 and minus sign, 5, they kill each other. Opposites equal 0. 9 minus 5 is 4. And step 2, divide both sides by 2. And X equals 2. Okay, so once again, once you make your do and undo chart, it becomes a lot easier. So this was step 1, subtract 5 on both sides. And then step 2, we had to get rid of this multiplication. And how do we get rid of multiplication? Divide. So we divided both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now, we don't normally write 1x, right? 1 times x is just x. So that's how we ended up with x on the left side. And on the right side, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Let me know if that helped. Let me know if you have any questions as I'm going over this. Let's try it again. So negative 3x minus 5 equals negative 11. Nice, universe. Okay. So again, we have multiplication here. I teach my students side by side, we multiply. Okay, side by side, we multiply. That negative 3 is side by side with the x. So it's negative 3 times x. So that's multiplication. The minus sign, okay, is subtraction. All right, so what are we doing to x? We're multiplying it by negative 3 and subtracting 5. Now let's undo that. Let's work backwards. The opposite of minus 5 is plus 5. The opposite of times negative 3 is divided by negative 3. Okay, and then let's go from there. So step 1 says add. Here's step 1. Add 5 to both sides. So we have negative 3x, negative 5 and positive 5, they cancel each other out. And negative 11 plus 5, different signs, we subtract. So 11 minus 5 is 6. And there are more negatives than positives. So it's going to be negative 6. And finally, so we just did step 1. Step 2 says now divide both sides by negative 3. So see, the hardest part is your do and undo chart. Once you have that, then you just follow it. We did step 1, and now we have step 2. And negative 6 divided by negative 3 is a positive 2. Yep, a negative divided by negative equals a positive. In my class, we use Dorito Man. And DM, Dorito Man, he helps us with division and multiplication. So if you cover his eyes, the negatives, right? If we cover his eyes, what's left? Positive. So your answer is positive. Okay. All right. So I hope that helped you with 2-step equations. And hopefully you can refer back to this video. You come back to this video to help you out. And then I'm going to do multi-step. Okay. So we're about to do multi-step equation. 3x minus 2 equals 5x plus 4. I just made this up, so I don't know if it's going to work. So 3x minus 2 equals 5x plus 4. Okay. So with this, we have x's on both sides. We just took it up a notch. So for a lot of you, I believe this was 8th grade math. You're going to see it obviously in 9th grade with algebra. Some of you start to see it in 7th grade, but this is called multi-step equations because it's multi-steps to solve. All right. So yes, Bella, give me a second. All right. So here's the thing. You want to move all of your x's on one side, right? We want to put the x in the quarantine zone, right? Move it to one side. I can't have x on both sides because now there's no safe zone. Okay, everybody would have COVID, right? So we don't want everybody to get sick. We're going to put x over to one side. We're going to put all of the constants, all of just the numbers on the left side, okay? Or on one side. It doesn't matter what side you choose. Now, why am I choosing to move 3x instead of 5x? Because it's just going to come out positive. But you can absolutely move 5x over if you want. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is take care of this x. So I have a positive 3x. I got to move it over. Do the opposite, which is a minus 3x. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter the sides. All right, 3x's cancel out. I'm going to bring down this negative 2. 5x minus 3x is 2x. I haven't done anything to this plus 4. Now, I'm going to move this 4 over so that the only thing I have on the right side are x's, okay? So again, I want all the x's on one side and all the numbers on the other. It really doesn't matter. Sometimes that x will be on the left and the numbers on the right side, or sometimes the x will be on the right and the numbers on the left. That part doesn't matter, okay? Just as long as one side is x and one side is numbers, okay? So plus 4, to get rid of plus 4, we're going to subtract 4. Plus 4 and minus 4 cancel out because they equal 0. 2x, we haven't done anything to it. And negative 2 minus 4, or negative 2 plus negative 4 is negative 6. And finally, we divide by 2. Bella, can you just put the problem in the chat? I don't have the worksheet in front of me. So just put it in the chat so I can help you real quick. All right, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 times x is x. And negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3, and x equals negative 3. And it came out pretty, yay. I made that one up off the top of my head, so I didn't know if it was going to work out, but it did. So again, with multi-step equations, the biggest thing is moving all of the x's to one side and all of the numbers to the other side, and then it just becomes a one-step equation, right? Once we moved the x's to one side in this step, and we move the numbers to the other side in this step, then it was just 2x equals negative 6. Then it became super easy, right? 2 times something equals negative 6, right? So we just divided to figure out what that something was. But it became a lot easier. But all you have to remember, okay, I got to move all the x's to one side, all the numbers to the other side, and then divide to make sure the only thing left on the x side is just x. Okay? All right. All right, let me take a quick break. Let's say about 3 minutes. So I'm going to take a 3-minute break, and then okay, so Bella, it's just multiplication? It just seems like multiplication, right? But great job, Andrew. Seems like you guys are really getting it. So I'm glad I can help. So give me about 2 minutes to drink some water, get my throat together, and then we'll be right back. Okay. And Bella, I will start with you. Okay, I was muted this whole time. Sorry. Okay, we're back. Here is the problem. We have multiplying decimals, 345.54 times 24.789. Okay, so I was saying when I thought I wasn't muted, I was saying that multiplying decimals are the easiest operations out of all of them. However, it's hard because you can mix it up with adding and subtracting decimals and also dividing. It's just a lot of rules to keep track of. But multiplying, I'm going to show you how we can make it super simple. So first things first, forget about the decimals. So I want you to look at this as if it said 34,554 times 24,789. Okay. We focus on a decimal at the very end. But this is going to be the reason why this is hard, because I'm sure you probably know how to multiply decimals, but this problem is insane. It really is insane. So it's a 5-digit number. Okay. So you're going to do 4 times 9, 5 times 9, 5 times 9, just multiply how you normally would. So let's do it together, Bella. So 4 times 9, tell me what you get. So we're just going to break it down, do it one thing at a time. So actually do this for me. All of this times 9 and tell me what you get for this first row. Okay. The delay is crazy on YouTube. So it takes about a minute for me to see your comments. So if you commented already, that could be why. I'm waiting. Okay. Okay. 4 times 9 is 36. Good. Okay, do the next one. 5 times 9 and add 3. And then I'm going to keep going and tell me what that whole first row would be. Okay, bye, Crazy Josie. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. Ooh, good. Make sure you sign up on that form, Josie. I got you. All right, so we're doing 5-digit by 5-digit decimal, which is insane. Okay, no problem, Bella. I got you. So what we're doing right now is just here. I'll make it easier on you because it's a lot to look at, right? It's going to be really ugly. So we're just taking this and we're going to do, just do it as if it said times 9 and tell me what you're going to do. So you said 4 times 9 is 36. Good. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 3. 45 plus 3, we're going to get 48. So that's all we're doing, Bella. We're just doing that first row. I know it's a lot of numbers right there, so it's just a lot. Good. So 5 times 9, you're going to get 45. And 45 plus 3, you're going to get 48. Okay. Let me see if I can get you online. Jaquan, are you still on? I just saw you signed up on the form. Okay. Bella, do you see how it's 48 and not 318? Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going and you just let me know when you're getting stuck. Okay, Bella? All right. So 5 times 9, as we just said, is 45, and 45 plus 4, you're going to get 49. Okay. 4 times 9 is 36, and 36 plus 4 is 40. Okay. And Bella, just let me know if I'm going too fast. Okay. Now we have 3 times 9, which is 27, plus 4. 27 plus 4 is 31. So this is just the first row. Okay. So we just did all of this times 9. Now we're going to do times 8. So now times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 is 43. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 4, and 40 plus 4 is 44. Okay, again, with this, you're just multiplying how you normally would multiply. The hardest part is just keeping track of all of these numbers. It's 5 digit by 5 digit, which is just insane. Okay, 4 times 8 is 32, plus 4, 32 plus 4 is 36. 3 times 8 is 24, and 24 plus 3 is 27. Okay, so remember, so I'm going to write everything here. So 6, 8, 9, 0, 1, 3. So that was this. And then remember, we do a placeholder, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2. That way we're keeping everything lined up. So we just did that top number times 8 and then times 9. Let's do it again. Times 7. I don't know why I did that. Okay. 4 times 7. Let's go. Let's go. What's 4 times 7? Put it in the chat. 4 times 7. Also, Bella, tell me, is this where you get stuck? Just the fact that it was just so many numbers? Or are you just getting stuck with just multiplication facts in general? Like, do you struggle with 4 times 8, just knowing 4 times 8 right off the bat? Or is it just you know how to multiply? It was just too many numbers and it got confusing. Let me know that as well. I have a fraction and decimal test tomorrow. All right, we did multiplying fractions earlier. So if you rewatch the YouTube, you'll be able to at least see multiplying fractions. And then we're finishing up multiplying decimals here. All right, so 4 times 7, we have 28. 5 times 7 is 35, and 35 plus 2 is 37. 5 times 7 is 35, and 35 plus 3 is 38. 4 times 7 is 28, and 28 plus 3 is 31. And 3 times 7 is 21, and 21 plus 3 is 24. Yeah, so what you should do is exactly like I'm doing, just pull the numbers out, okay? Because if you were to focus on this whole thing, it's insane. Your brain's going to explode. So you see how I'm doing one number at a time? And then I'm crossing them out as I go. It's forcing your eyes and it's forcing your brain to focus on one number at a time when you do that, okay? So that's why I'm doing it like that. Now we have 2 placeholders. and just write those numbers in there. Make sure everything is staying lined up. Hope somebody's checking me to make sure, because I'm doing this kind of fast. So make sure I'm not messing you up. I think we're good. All right. And then we're going to do the same thing times 4. So we're going to do it times 4. We only have 2 more numbers left. Girl, we made it. All right. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 4 is 21. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 2 is, I meant 5 times 4 plus 1 is 21. 5 times 4 plus 2 is 22. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2 is 18. And 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Bella, let me know if this is helping, okay? I don't want to confuse you further. So I just want to make sure this is helping. Okay. Girl, look at all of this. This is crazy. All right. We got one more. All of this times 2. I feel like we just did the marathon of like multiplying decimals. This was insane. This is one of those homework problems that, like, you know, they're just like, do you really get it? Like, I know you think you get multiplying decimals, but do you really get it? Like, yeah, we get it. We don't have to do this hard problem, though. All right. 4 times 2 is 8. Now, times 2, that's going to be a lot easier. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 3 times 2 is 6. Woo! All right, we did it. So now let's put in the last of it. 4 placeholders. 3, 4, 8, 1, 9, 6. All right. Now, I want you to add them all together, and let's figure out what we get. Let me make sure. 4, 5 times 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's a big number. All right, so it's just 6 in this column, so it's 6. 8 plus 2 is 10. Could you look at transposition? Okay. Yes. So just sign up. Let me put the form in the I'll put the form in the chat in a second. It'll be 21, 6, 13, 19. So far, so good. 2, 8, 16, 17, 25. So we're just adding this up now. 901. I'm supposed to have 34, 247, 12, 13, 15, 16. Okay, let's see. 3, 7, 15. One of my things is off. So hold on. 4, 7, 13. 8, 10, 11, 9, and 6. Okay. So give me 1 second because we are moving fast. Let me just double check everything, okay? 3, 48, 49, 40, good. And 27 plus 4, 31, good. Then we had 32, 43, good. 44, 36, 27. That one's right. Then we had 28, 37, 38, 38, 3, yep, 31, and 24. Yeah, all of that is right. Unless I just typed it in the calculator wrong. Yeah. And this last one, 16, 21, 22, 18, and 13. That's right. And 4 spaces. All right, tell me what you're getting. So let me just tell you what the final number should be. It should be 856559106. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I think I need to push that bottom row over. Oh, that's what it was. Why didn't y'all tell me? I was like, why is this not lining up? I left out the 0. I was like, I know we multiplied this right. There we go. I left out the 0. That's what happened. And it threw it all off. Okay. So it was 801. Y'all supposed to be checking me. Where y'all at? Okay. Now you'll get the right answer. I'm sorry. I left out the 0 when I wrote it in. So now you'll get the right answer. So that's just the multiplication. Now we need to add back all the decimals. So let me write this number on the side so you can see it. Oops, sorry. Child, I thought I was going crazy. I was like, why is this answer not matching up? Like, I know how to multiply now. Okay, so here we go. You still with me, Bella? I just wrote in that last row wrong when we moved it over to here. Okay, but now we got it. So now it'll work out. Okay, so that's what you should get. And then we got to go back to the decimals. So how many numbers are after the decimal in this first number up here? Okay, hopefully you can see there's 2 numbers after the decimal. And how many numbers are after the decimal in the second number? There's 3 numbers after the decimal. All together, your answer should have 2 plus 3 is 5. Your answer should have 5 numbers after the decimal. So when you're multiplying decimals, you multiply as normal, like you normally would. This problem was just insane. So listen, if you struggle with this, don't worry. This was insane. Okay. And then you say, okay, there's 2 numbers after the decimal here, 3 numbers after the decimal here. All together, there should be 5 numbers after the decimal in my answer. So let's move it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. So your final answer is 8565.59106. Okay. That was insane, girl. But that was fun. All right. So TikTok, I'm going to work with you guys a little bit, but stay right there. All right. So YouTube, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to put the link to my Google form. Okay, let me pull it up for you guys. All right. So our Google form, let me give you the link and let me pull it over to this screen so you guys can see it. Okay. So on the Google form, this is what happens. You have to submit these questions on Tuesdays by 6 p.m. at the latest. Why? So that I can make sure I'm prepared for you and ready. Like a lot of you were asking for graphing. For graphing, I want to make sure I have the graphing screen and I set up everything for you so that we can do boom, 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 and I can help you and send you on your way. If I don't have time to set it up, then I'm not going to help you as best as I could. Okay. So first things first, you're going to submit your homework questions. Okay. You'd put in your name, your subject. And as you can see, I do from 3rd grade, 6th grade, 8th grade, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, geometry, pre-calculus, trig, all of those things. I don't do calculus, unfortunately. I'm going to be studying calculus so I can remind myself of it to help you guys out because I'm getting a lot of people who want calculus help. Okay. But I do go up to pre-calculus. All right. And then what topic do you need help with? So when you tell me what topic you need help with, don't just say fractions. Okay. What part of fractions? Is it multiplying fractions? Is it adding? Is it simplifying? Be as specific as possible. Same thing. Someone need help with translation and reflections. What part of it do you need help with? So it says type your math question here or upload a picture. That helps me when I can see a picture from your textbook, so I know what direction to move in. And it has a spot for you to upload the picture. If you are under 13, you need parent permission to go live with me. Again, you are anonymous. Nobody sees your face. I never say your name. Your camera is off the whole time. So nobody knows who you are, but it just helps me to hear your voice so I can help you. And then a parent puts their email address so I can make sure they know that you are doing this. All right. So that is the form. And I'm going to put it in the comments here so that you guys can have it. So I just put it in the comments so that I can help you out, Tiffy Brown, with transposition. All right. So that's all for more math homework help. TikTok, stay right there. I'm gonna help you guys out. So if you're on YouTube right now, you want to come for the after show on TikTok, come on over. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed math homework help. We'll be here next week at 7:30 p.m. Have a great night, guys. Bye. Oh, wait.